Big topic to start. AI has been making headlines for everything from shifting workplace skills to existential risk. Quick summary: investors are bullish, researchers are warning about an illusion of expertise, and leaders disagree about who should pay for training. What are the concrete risks we should be paying attention to right now?
Short answer, 2 buckets. First, near-term risks to work and skill development. Over-reliance on AI tools can dull critical thinking, distort learning paths, and hollow out meaningful parts of people's jobs. Second, longer-term systemic risks some experts worry about. If systems become superhuman and misaligned, outcomes could be catastrophic. That's why you hear both corporate optimism and some very serious warnings from top researchers.
You framed it as near-term skill erosion and far-term alignment woes. How should businesses and regulators respond without stifling innovation?
Practically, companies must invest in human-in-the-loop design, robust training, and guardrails. Regulators and state attorneys general are already demanding better safeguards. For workforce readiness, there's a debate. Many employees expect employer-funded training, while CEOs push self-upskilling. A hybrid model makes sense. Employers should subsidize role-specific retraining, while policy can support transition programs. Also, transparent auditing of high-risk systems is essential.
Any optimism in the mix?
Yes, AI can boost productivity and create new roles if we pair it with deliberate skill programs, transparent governance, and incentives that spread gains more broadly. But it's a design and policy challenge, not an inevitability.
Switching gears to politics meets tech, Elon Musk told Katie Miller that the short-lived Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, was somewhat successful, but he wouldn't run it again. What's the take on that admission?
It's revealing. Musk claims the agency cut wasteful zombie payments and saved money, but he also says it came at a cost to his companies: vandalism at Tesla dealerships and reputational fallout. He basically admits the trade-off wasn't worth it for him personally.
Was DOGE actually effective, or mostly symbolic theater?
A bit of both. It grabbed headlines and stopped certain funding lines, but its methods and political alliances were polarizing. That polarization reduced effectiveness and increased backlash. For Musk, the lesson seemed to be government activism can sap focus from core businesses and generate political heat you don't need.
Any long-term implications for tech leaders who try to run public programs?
Yes, private sector leaders can move fast, but public governance requires coalitions, accountability, and political capital. If you lack those, the effort risks becoming a costly PR headache rather than durable reform.
Back to consumer AI. Instagram launched Your Algorithm for Reels so users can see and tune the topics that shape their feed. On the surface, it sounds empowering. How meaningful is this control?
It's a step forward. Users can view inferred interests, add or remove topics, and tune how much of each appears. But Instagram emphasizes these user settings are only one input among many, so it's not full control. More like giving users a steering wheel while the car still has cruise control.
So it reduces friction but doesn't rewrite the system. Any risks?
2 main ones. First, it could deepen echo chambers if people only dial up narrow interests. Second, it's coming after some AI missteps. Instagram previously surfaced problematic AI-generated headlines, so trust and quality control matter. Still, it follows industry trends. TikTok and Spotify have similar tuning tools, and giving users clarity on what shapes recommendations is generally healthy.
Will sharing your algorithm with friends catch on?
Maybe as a social feature. People like curating tastes, but the real win is transparency. If platforms show how recommendations work, users make better choices and platforms get feedback to improve models.
Speaking of AI missteps, McDonald's Netherlands pulled an AI-generated Christmas ad after major backlash. The spot was called Soulless and was taken down quickly. What happened here from a creative and risk standpoint?
Classic case of technology outpacing editorial judgment. The ad reportedly used generative AI to create people and scenes that felt off-brand and emotionally jarring. Tone matters a lot during holidays. Audiences expect warmth. AI can make content faster, but without strong creative oversight, you get uncanny visuals or tone-deaf messaging.
Is this a sign brands should pause AI in marketing?
Not necessarily pause, but proceed with rigorous review. Use AI for ideation and scale, but keep humans in the loop for final voice, cultural fit, and sensitivity. McDonald's called it an important learning, which is the right framing. Test widely, keep creators close,
And don't outsource brand judgment to a model.
Humorous aside, apparently it united people globally in their hatred for the spot. At least it built engagement the wrong way.
True. Learned virality is still virality, but not the kind you want.
Last item. YouTube TV is introducing genre-specific plans in early 2026, including a cheaper sports-focused skinny bundle. How big a deal is that for streaming?
It's part of a broader unbundling trend, giving consumers targeted, lower-cost options instead of one big, all-in-one tier. The sports plan reportedly will include major broadcast channels, plus ESPN networks and others, making YouTube TV more competitive against niche services like Fubo.
For consumers who just want sports, that sounds attractive. Any trade-offs?
Licensing is the tricky part. Networks negotiate carriage, and skinny bundles usually involve some channel compromises. Also, YouTube TV will keep the full package, so the company aims to capture both price-sensitive users and heavy users. It could lower churn among sports fans, but if rights costs rise, price pressures could return.
So, more choice, but complexity remains.
Exactly. Flexibility for consumers, more product complexity for services. If executed well, it's a win for fans who are tired of paying for channels they never watched.
Great roundup. That wraps our rapid tour. Thanks for breaking down the nuance with a little humor to keep us human in an AI-heavy week.
Anytime. Stay skeptical, test often, and remember, humans still write the headlines. Most of the time.
The preceding audio summary was created at jesterengine.com, where you can find and verify the original sources.